Howdy folks, this is the Command Line Vulpine here, and welcome back to Let's Play CraftCraft. Or it says it's the last day, I think, so let's see what happens. It's the turtle lady.
Hello there.
How can I help you today?
I am Eliana.
It's broke again, man.
Eliana.
We've already met her before.
You let.
So I guess the update did like scramble things. It's really weird. What's going on, man?
I protect the wagon. During my last I was told that wind spell the new hammer should be weighty. Make it visible from a great distance, so they are.
Okay. I'm very confused. Do an ornate handle. Why is this the last day, but we have all this like magic stuff? Crafter's hammer. Whoa. I've thought about it. I think I know what's gonna happen. Some spoilers again. Like I said, I found out that the fox is up to no good. And I keep talking about this hammer, that there's all the parts for the hammer. I think her last request is going to be to make a crafting hammer. And then she's going to put us out of business or something. So I have to decide if I'm going to do that request or not. Because I said I'll do anything for the vixen, but she's trying to troll us. So that was elegant, I think. So I think we need the head to be brutal. She said it did have to be heavy, so I believe this part has to be made out of steel, basically. It can't be recycled. Yeah, I don't know what happened to our game file, man. I don't know if they were supposed to, like, get here in a specific order or what. If it just kind of, like, reset. But surely it would have done, like, the... It would have done, like, the farmer again, right? I don't know if people always come in a random order or what. It's very strange. Look.
Oh, hello again. Sorry, I feel much more awake now. Oh, is that my hammer already? You work at a rapid pace. Wow, this is perfect. I bet I could split a boulder with this thing.
Can't guarantee it'll be good, lasting as big rocks.
Don't worry. I'll reserve it for the few raiders foolish enough to get close.
I wouldn't envy them.
I mean, I prefer not to fight, but it's long stretches of road out there, far from any night watch or day watch. In any case, I should return to my caravan and make... Half of them have never been outside of the Bronze Ridge Desert before, you know. I'm sure I absolutely shall.
I feel like the narrative of our games. Oh my god. I feel like the narrative of our game is kind of botched now, though.
Hello?
Saskia?
I'm glad I got you. I've come with, well, good and bad news, I suppose. My long stay here in beautiful Windspell is coming to a close. I'm finally returning to Spindlegard.
I'll be sad to see you go.
And I'll be sad to go, believe you me. I thought it all too appropriate to get one more craft made for the road. Start and end my trip here in your shop.
Here we go. Don't worry, Meow. I don't think she'll try to sneak into the workspace this time. That's why she was like sneaking into the workspace last time, isn't it? I think that's lovely, even if Meow is still cranky. What should we say? I feel like if we call her out on the sword sabotage thing.
Don't worry. That was one time only, under very particular circumstances. Now, I hope this won't seem too forward of me, but I want your hammer. Well, not your hammer, but a hammer like your hammer.
You don't smith anything. I don't think you get any use out of a crafting hammer.
Not to make anything with. Rusted gears, I'd never swing the thing. But something to remember this trip by.
I don't know if it's appropriate for me to make a copy of a guild issue hammer for someone outside the guild.
What if you made one that wasn't a copy, but in the same style, but my tastes? Yes, I think that would be fine. It doesn't need to be an exact replica, but something simple and functional, not decorative. Like, I'm bringing the Spirit of Windspell's Crafting Guild home with me.
Simple and functional. Well, and Scrupulous got their hands on it. They can make further copies or use it. I can't decide what to do. Because now I know she's evil, but we were doing a run where we were going to do anything it takes to please her.
Don't worry. I'd guard it with my life. I did tell you I'm a deft hand with a sword, right?
Okay, but only because you've been looking out for me. What's stronger, the desire for Vixen or to win the game? Oh, what the hell, man. Everyone's gonna try to win the game. Only because you've been looking out.
Thank you. It really would mean a lot to me. A little piece of Windspell in my home.
You need to become dateable. Crafter's hammer can be made in a smithy. Or craft in a similar regular hammer. I wonder if you could like toe the line. Because you can make, like, I bought the hilt, but what if I made like a different hilt that had a crafting hammer head? What about like this? Move to darkness. Can this be smelted? Doesn't appear so. Just just gonna experiment around a little bit here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to have metal at home. Just wondering if, like, I could make a recycled ingot. No. The mode of darkness in it. Let me see. I was just looking at the guide to see like what it said. It seems like she might be fine just getting a regular hammer. It's really hard to make a choice, man. F it, I'm gonna make the crafting hammer. I've been talking about all game. Now it's weird that the crafting hammer is an option. Oop, bye. Not paying attention. Anything for a vixen.
Is that it? May I see?
Messed up the metal forging a bit because I wasn't paying attention.
Incredible!
How can I do anything else?
Not a cocky one, are you? Well, at least you can back it up. I half expected you to turn this commission down, so for you to both take it and do such a good job? Thank you, I do appreciate it. You've done me a real solid.
Solid. Careful with it, you're not a trained crafter, I don't want you to hurt yourself. Just don't tell anyone.
Don't worry, I swear not to take a swing with this. Now, I should go continue preparing for my journey home. Thank you for indulging me so much these last days.
Think you'll come back someday?
Oh, maybe. I'll certainly come see you if I do. Farewell.
No, don't go. You around, Saskia? I'm sure of it. Whoa. Hello.
Hail once more, my good friend.
Know that voice?
Indeed. It is I, Olgren the Bold, return to you once more. I see by your expression that you are, no doubt, stunned
I thought it was
by my new armor.
The ghost that haunts armor, but it's the like over the top generic adventurer dude. It's very fancy.
Why, thank you.
You get your adventure went well?
I'm glad you asked. It was masterfully done, if I do say so myself. I plunged that sword right into the heart of the Barrow King. I'm actually not certain that it had a heart, but the general vicinity of where one would be. Now, as you can see, I left with a fresh new suit of ancient armor from the monster's coffers.
Sounds like quite an adventure. Fresh new ancient. Never mind.
Unfortunately, I come to you bearing ill news.
Doesn't really fit you.
That magnificent blade you made for me, it was shattered in the final assault. I come to you now in need of a new blade. An even greater one. The greatest you could ever produce.
When you say the greatest I could ever produce...
Ah, yes.
I guess there's more to than just
I
a third
suppose
sword.
context would help, wouldn't it? Behind the Barrow King's rotting throne, we discovered a hole where the walls met the ground. A hole that opened up into a space that should not be. We saw otherworldly landscapes in a great purple-tinged void. Things slithering, enormous shadows looming over a twisted landscape. We dared not push on, but we marked the spot and sealed it as best we could, for now. We're to rally more adventurers and march. And I will lead this raid. And I need a sword that is both freaky and frilly in my hand to do so.
Freaky and frilly? Sure you want to enter a nightmare void?
Of course I want to enter. This is perfect for me. The ideal next stage in my adventuring career. Imagine what remarkable goods await in that strange pocket world. And it's practically a public service, cleaning the place out before it leaks into the barrows and beyond.
All right, I take your point. I'll get to work on the sword.
And I shall make myself comfortable here while you do so, as our usual arrangement.
I guess this is where we can put the dragon's blood on the sword. I think this is our last thing. I have 2 dragon's blood, so it kind of doesn't matter now. All right, he just wants freaky and frilly. Do like a ornate hilt and a steel top. Weapon, sword, hilt. He said, is it pink or purple? Purple. To be sure. That's what I thought, but... Chandelier, perhaps? Right. Then, balls of steel. Actually, there should be one more order because it's like evening right now. Freaky. Weapon, sword, blade, ominous, ruthless, fierce, insidious. Fierce. Yeah. Really don't know what was up with like the random quests being like out of order. I thought maybe it kicked us into endless mode because we kind of had like too many quests for that day, I think. use this, though, exactly? Excuse me. Man, I could glue it. I don't know. It never really told me how to use it.
That's the sword I see before me. This is a fine blade.
What? Huh? What's this guy's name? Olgren? What does the guide say? We had to make the metal with the thing. With the dragon's blood in it. Using extra material with a cycling, you have to do an extra step. Wonder if we can duplicate the save file before it saves again. Hold on. All right, I backed up the save, so now we can go back and make a regular hammer for the Vixen instead of the craft hammer if we want to, and also we can fix this. Thought so too.
I had been hoping for perfect, but... Well, I've used your blades before, and I'm still alive. I see no reason to doubt this one.
That's the spirit. Sure, we're mixing in some kind of magic. I don't know if I could produce anything
And
better.
that's fair enough. I did come to a crafter, not the academy. I swear, your support is as valuable as your crafting. Now then, I have a raid of adventurers to rally and lead before that seal we left behind grows weak. Good day to you, until we meet again.
Your safe adventure seems early, but best of luck. Okay, look forward to hearing all about your adventure. And he's gonna die because he doesn't have a magic sword. Oh, she's back. The heck? Saskia? So stick around after all?
Not exactly. Look, you've been a good crafter and helped me out to the best of your abilities. I do appreciate that, so I thought I'd come and, let you know something out of good sportsmanship.
This doesn't sound good. Been in competition and didn't realize it.
I'm afraid so. You see, I was telling the truth about coming from Spindlegard, but I left out my role. I'm in, well, let's call it research. I work for the board, the highest unit of government in Spindlegard. I'm in charge of researching and gauging foreign markets, seeing where we might expand.
I helped you with any research. Getting suspicious the last few times you came in.
Yes, well, professional as I am, desperation makes anyone sloppy. I studied the Crafters Guild, and I know your laws, and more importantly, your belief in putting your all into each commission. The necklace, well, I was certain anyone could fix that, but it was more to gauge your personality. I liked what I found. Then came the real test. The sword. I must say, it was so high quality that I was a bit worried we'd never be able to match it. From there, I thought I would diversify, try some armor. You didn't disappoint there either. It was obvious that even failures and lower efforts were better than much of what we could produce. That's when I had a brilliant idea.
Wanting to undermine the local faith in crafted goods, I asked Quinn and the sword.
Almost as sharp as me. Yes, that was a rare opportunity. That blowhard had such a reputation that even I had heard of him before he went steaming in for your shop. Imagine my delight when I got there ahead of him to warn you. Sorry to brag at your expense, but please allow me this one instance. It's so rare that things line up so perfectly. When I heard about that fool's sword falling apart not long after he drew it, I am truly sorry to have dragged your name through the mud, though. I wish I could have avoided it. The quick rust trick is just a nice bonus to have. People don't need to think that our goods are superior to local goods, you see. Just cheaper than them. And I'm afraid Windspell is in just the right condition for people to be seeking cheaper goods, regardless of the quality.
Hurting those people in the long run when they end up buying more things and spending more overall. All the other stuff would have been bad enough, and then you wanted to betray my oaths. The stings, I thought we were friends.
I'm sorry for that. I really am. I don't enjoy hurting anyone, you know? Especially not someone who's been helping me so much.
Yep. No audio for that? Thank you by the hammer, by the way. I was afraid you were going to have caught on by then, but you're just too nice.
And now, deals are being made even as we speak, and Spindlegard is moving into these markets. I wanted to stop by, as a friend even, and warn you.
I mean that there's new competition. Don't worry, I'm already competing with other crafters. I'm used to it. Things a bit hollow to me. The sportsmanship or a guilty conscience. That's it. Off you go to Spindlegard while I drown cheap swords and armor.
Nothing like this, but I appreciate the can-do attitude. I'm certain you'll find a way to rise to the top. Clever crafter like you.
Had to get down to this, but it sounds like too many wheels are in motion for me to do much about it. Won't get away with this. I have well-positioned friends. I don't think this is going to play out the way you anticipated, Saskia. You haven't finished your research. That's not what I clicked on. That's not the same dialogue that I just clicked on.
I had not thought of that angle. I'll be honest with you, Crafter. I rather hope you're right. Spindlegard has been dominating so effortlessly that I rather fear we've lost our edge. Our hunger, you could say.
For a mouthful of high-quality handcrafted goods, you can rise to meet any challenge.
Perhaps you will. What would you crafters say? Nothing like a little friction to make a sharp edge. Now, I do need to go. I've risked my passage by stopping by this last time, but perhaps we'll see each other again someday.
I guess maybe get sent out to Windspell again to see why your merchants are failing here. Only time will tell. Thank you for the good combination, if any of it was true.
The important parts were. Farewell, Crafter.
I shouldn't, but I still feel compelled. Safe travels. Bad ending. I wonder what happens now. Does it start endless mode or? Ooh. Oh, there we go.
And so ends your trial by fire, the period in which every fledgling crafter is expected to show their capacity to adapt and survive. It has certainly been an interesting few weeks in Windspell. Not at all what you'd expected when the Crafters Guild handed you the keys to your shop. You thought that your trials would be all about crafting commissions in a timely manner, making rent, and keeping Meow fed. You certainly didn't see yourself getting caught up in a Spindle Guardian subterfuge. Saskia certainly pulled one over on you. Quinn's complaints haven't single-handedly destroyed public confidence in crafted goods, but people are a little more open to at least trying the Spindle Guard goods that have begun to show up in the market. Your slightly rebuilding trust with Baron Tack has put you and Windspell in a slightly better position when it comes to fending off this market surge. The Baron's Council has helped the Second Family rethink much of its financial plans. This hasn't yet borne fruit, but when it does, you expect that things will swing far in the crafter's favor. You know it's not up to one crafter to solve all the world's problems, but at least you feel like you've helped more than you've hindered things in Windspell. Most everyone has seemed happy with your crafting quality since you opened up shop, and even if you haven't gone totally above and beyond, you've maintained the reputation of handcrafted goods. You made some friends, you haven't lost your shop, and you've kept Meow fed. That's a good enough start as far as you're concerned. Which means you've been quite a busy crafter, even outside of the actual art of crafting things. You can only hope that continues. Word of mouth should spread. You've already heard about some of your customers' forays out into the world as you give yourself a much-needed bit of rest. Mora has sent you a very complimentary letter informing you that her new spear carved through monster and ghost alike on their journey. You've heard rumblings from the Adventurers Guild that Ulgrin's raid was a success, with only minor casualty levels. Hopefully that counts for good word of mouth. Abony has been singing your praises up and down the docks, making it very clear that you're the one to turn to for nautical equipment. Tales of a dangerous suit of armor have filtered out from the barrows of late, one bearing a particularly frightening and dangerous gauntlet. Sex has certainly been talking you up, judging by the number of compliments you've gotten from shadowy figures. No new commissions, though, sadly. Glanwif and Marjolaine have returned to their adventuring ways and promised to send a steady stream of customers your way, especially the fun ones. Thraxon has been making good use of his new cane and is rapidly becoming the go-to healer in Windspell, making sure to tell every person he heals that it's thanks to you. A flurry of orders from Spindleguard have arrived this morning, demanding the trashiest tiaras you can glue together. Frau Emmeline must speak of you fondly. Menaki is still trying to find homes for the trio of strays, but they look so cute that you're certain that they'll be adopted soon, regardless of collar quality.
I don't know how I could have done that one better.
Sua's standing within her family seems to have risen sharply and highly, thanks to her work in the community, and hopefully her newfound fashion. Eric appears to have made it safely through the mountains, and has already sent you a note via messenger pigeon rat that the stamp worked marvelously and saved his hands. So many lives impacted in so many ways over such a short period of time. It's daunting to think about. Almost as daunting as when you set about crafting your first nail for your apprenticeship. You're not sure if the hard part is out of the way, or if it's just beginning. Some of those last commissions left you wondering if there will ever be a ceiling to your skills. Windspell is a big town, and there's a bigger world out there beyond the doors of your shop, full of friendships and dangers and enchantments, both literally and metaphorically, and... yes, and snacks too. But those things can wait. For now, you've survived the most crucial period in any new shop's life, and you can take a well-deserved rest. After all, if these past days have taught you anything, it's that you'd better be ready for the next challenge.
I'm not going to start endless mode. So I don't think I'm even gonna reload the save, because the only thing I could have changed in the last day is Yulgren's weapon. Because it seems like, I think Saskia came back because we made the crafting hammer, and it doesn't seem like the crafting hammer made things worse, so we'll leave it at that. Let the credits roll. I don't think there's too many people who worked on this, so it shouldn't take too long. Character artist Quinn Fisher. I wonder if she draws. I don't know why I'm assuming she could be a dude too. I don't know. Just wonder if they're a furry artist, because the furries were on point. I'm surprised there isn't two artists, because you think one would be doing the humans and the other would be doing the furries, but no, there was a lot of voice actors though, so it's probably gonna be a lot of credits there. So what are my overall thoughts? Well, it's unfortunate that the game kind of got botched by the update. Kind of strange that happened, and especially the way it happened. I guess it's okay. Other than that, it was pretty good. It seemed like there was a lot of stuff like we just didn't have to use. Maybe this game is kind of meant for people who are like more creatively oriented and like want to custom design weapons themselves, so they could have, you know, attached a lot more leaves and feathers and stuff to like the druid staff, but my way of playing is just to meet the goal. So I just add a leaf if it needed a leaf, you know? So there was just a lot of stuff that wasn't used. And it's also kind of weird that there was just the only one chance to use the magic stuff. Obviously, we ended up with 2 vials of the dragon's blood for some reason. Seems like you might get a better ending by like getting a perfect score on like everything. It seemed like there was some room for that in our description of things, and obviously you could also like not side with Saskia. But I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna say, it also seemed like they're kind of leaving things open for like different types of games based in this setting. By the way, they were talking about Windspell and stuff at the end. Yeah, then the biggest problem of the game is just that you can't that you can't date Saskia. You gotta be able to date Saskia, man. That was the only character I was interested in dating, and she was unavailable. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And until next time, I hope you have a good day.